Internet! Today we're going to learn how to make a super easy, fun DIY wedding chalkboard. This chalkboard is going to be for a wedding, but you can make this for any special event in your life. So, to start, we're going to need a chalkboard, some paper, a pencil, chalk, and a fabric cloth to erase with. One thing you want to do, you don't want to use any paper towels because they're going to leave nasty little bits of paper pulp behind and it's going to ruin the whole pretty chalkboard, and I don't want to wish that on you. So, first step is to draw our design out on a piece of paper and sketch out our idea before we start going in with chalk. So when we do start drawing with chalkboard, it's going to be way easier. Since our chalkboard is square shaped, we're going to mark off a square shaped area on our paper so we make sure that we're staying within the constraints of our canvas. Ryan asked for something very whimsical and fairy tale themed, so I took a lot of inspiration from fairy tales and illustrated fairy tales and storybooks. So it's going to be very kind of lots of swishy, swashy, lots of script type. It should be really pretty, so let's have some fun with that. The first thing you want to establish is your baseline. That's the line that all your letters line up on, and it's going to look so much more clean and professional if you keep everything on the same baseline. But since this is going to be a little more fun, my baselines are going to be a little curvier. That was easy. So here's a really quick kind of general sketch of what I want to do on this chalkboard, just again to give you a better sense of where I want to plan out all my spacing. And one thing to keep in mind, there's generally no right or wrong when you're doing your chalkboards. It's all fun, but something you do want to keep in mind is all the letters should more or less be on the same baseline, unless you're going for something stylistically where maybe they're a little bit staggered or a little bit kind of haphazardly spooky for a haunted house or something, but generally keep it on the same baseline. And one more thing to keep in mind is there's kind of a set way of where thicks and thins should be on each letter. So if you're looking at one of the letters you sketched out and it's making you a little bit uncomfortable, maybe the thicks and thins are a little bit wrong on that. So check out some of your favorite fonts and see which parts are thicker, which parts are thinner, or maybe they're all the same width, and see what you like, what makes you feel comfortable, and what works nicely for your design. A lot of flowy scripts, a lot of swashy drop caps, and so for my letters, really tall X height, which is another word for the vertical height of each letter. And a taller X height is generally perceived to be a little bit friendlier, and since this is a super happy occasion, I went super tall X height, so real friendly. Okay, now for the fun part. We're going to prep our chalkboard by covering the whole thing in chalk vertically and then again horizontally, and rubbing all that excess chalk off. This step is just to help ensure that we don't leave too much of a ghost image of what we drew, especially if it's a newer chalkboard, and this is also going to help fully erase some of our older designs. As you can see, there's a couple old messages still on there, so this is just going to help get that off. Okay, once we have a nice base layer of chalk applied, we're going to rub that all in with a soft cloth. Okay, now we've got a nice clean work surface, so let's get started. The first thing I like to do is mark off where the center of my chalkboard is, right about there, and that gives me a sense so I can compare against my sketch and really know where my center is and where I want everything to go. So I'll go ahead and start marking off areas of my chalkboard, and of course drawing in those baselines again. They're going to be our most crucial guidelines in this process. So once you've got your design sketched out, go ahead and take your fabric cloth and start erasing your guidelines because you're not going to need them anymore, and any mistakes that you don't want to keep on your final design. Now our last step is to quite literally cross our T's and dot our I's. And at this point you can add any extra details you want to, any color, any swashes or flourishes, and any sort of illustrations you want to add in. Sometimes I like to draw flowers or leaves to fill out any extra space on the chalkboard. And now, congratulations! You're done! You made an amazing, easy DIY chalkboard. I hope you had fun, and I hope this was informative. If you followed along and made a chalkboard with this video, please send me the photos of the chalkboard you made. Tag on Instagram, post a link in the comments, whatever. I want to see. I really want to see what you made. I hope you liked this video. If you did enjoy this and you learned something and you want to learn some more easy DIY tricks about hand lettering, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and hopefully I'll have something up next week that you can learn from as well. Thank you so much. Bye!